2, 1. Ready, go!
Hey Aussie gamers, welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. The podcast created in the Southern Hemisphere where the internet is slow and the prices are as high as the temperature. Here are your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 152, and today is Thursday, the 24th of November, 2016, and I am your host, Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend, Red. How are you?
Virtually 31 days till Christmas.
Wow, is that how long it is?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. And it's good to hear that you're back to decent health and you've got a voice again.
Thanks, man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, cheers. A lot of people listening to this will also be the ones that also comment on our posts and sent me well wishes. I'm back, probably sitting about 80% now, and I was very humbled by all the love that I received and featured in your last 48 for a good minute. You were just giving everyone the lowdown and wishing me the best of health. So I was very humbled by it all, but I'm more than happy to be back today, and there will be a recap today. Bam!
Lovely, because when I was speaking to you while you were crook and your voice was well under the weather, you sounded like Patty and Selma together from The Simpsons with the worst, croakiest voice that was very hard to understand at times because it just disappeared on you.
It was funny though, the last time we spoke, while I was under the weather, I could get a deep voice going. You go, well, at least we're sorted for the podcast. And be like, and welcome to 152.
Yeah, it was funny. Like if you just spoke normally, your voice was absolutely shattered. But then, yeah, you could put on that weird voice, and it came through clear. Just using a different part of your vocal cords that weren't damaged or something. I don't know. But good to have you back with your full voice. So give us, just to test it out, give us a hashtag BAM.
Hashtag BAM.
Yo, he's back! He's back!
That's starting to take off, isn't it? Getting the BAM army together.
Oh, everyone loves it. It's good. All right, it's just a little bit of banter. Very good. But anyway, before we start, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we will have video game discussion, and I've got a little bit to talk about that's not really video game related, but I will relate it back somehow to video games. And then after that, we will do video game news. And in this week's news, we've got Respawn CEO on a third Titanfall, retail gaming slump, and we've also got the 2016 Game Awards nominations and predictions. That's something that we'll like to talk about, no doubt. That'll be interesting. It's that time of year again.
Wow.
Yes. Then after that, we've got What's That Sound, then Red's Shout, and then we'll do a last words if we've got anything else to say. So, without further ado, let's go into video game discussion, but for a little bit different this week, I am going to kick it off. Maybe we'll just save Red's voice for a little bit later in the show. How about that?
Wicked.
Right, now, the first thing I want to talk about was a fantastic day that I had on Tuesday this week, today being Thursday. So a couple of days ago, we being Pat, Snoogans and I, we went out to Birkenhead Point in Sydney, and we got to meet the lovely crew from Altec Lansing. And also very special thanks to King Creative and specifically Amber for inviting us along to that one. Now, it was a product launch day where Snoogans and I were invited to go out there and check out the new products coming from Altec Lansing. Have you heard of Altec Lansing before, Rhett?
No.
Well, I hadn't heard of it before I got the invitation either. But what Altec Lansing do is a range of speakers. So they that's what they're experts in sound technology. So what they're actually relaunching is a whole bunch of rugged portable Bluetooth speakers. So things that you would pair up to your mobile phone and listen to music and all that sort of stuff. You can also plug them into your PC, which is what I'm going to do with the speaker that I've got, because this speaker that I've got, which is the Jacket H20 III model, you can actually plug in an auxiliary cable to it. So I might plug this into my computer and use it as a PC speaker because it's awesome. It's a lot better sound than what I currently have. But the Altec Lansing have been around for 70 odd years. Do you believe that?
Fuck. Slap my fingers.
Yeah, well, these guys are the guys, Woodstock?
Yes.
Yeah, and contrary to what our mate Forrest Gump would say, that wasn't about a shortage. Was that from Forrest Gump? They had the shortage of electricity or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what they mentioned in there. That was the Woodstock joke, whatever. But anyway, they provided the speakers for Woodstock way back when. So they have been around for a long time, but they disappeared and didn't do very much. And they were repurchased recently, I think, by a US company. I think it was a US company that they told us. But anyway, they've been repurchased, revitalised, and they're being relaunched. And they're launching in Australia with their new range of everything-proof speakers. Now, that's the most interesting part and the amazing thing about this product is they have done their own testing where they've shot it with guns. So they've actually put bullets into these things. Now, they're not bulletproof, so shooting it with a gun is obviously going to put a big fucking hole in it. But the cool thing about it is, though, after shooting it, the thing's bloody still worked. They still played music. They also blew it up with dynamite. They burnt the shit out of it with thermite.
Shit.
Yeah, they did all that stuff, and albeit melted and all really destroyed, it still played music after doing that. So a real rugged design. So Pat and I went out to, like I said, Birkenhead Point. We had good hands-on experience with the speakers. And they had like a setup there where there was like water tanks that we could dunk it in the water because they're waterproof. They float as well. Like this is their whole range. There's like real tiny ones to really big ones. So there's all different models you can get. And there was like little sand pits that we could put them in because they're sand proof. There was dirt pits, and the guy there from Altec Lansing was showing us the different speakers, and he was just throwing them. He would just chuck them onto the tiles, onto the ground, and there was no dramas while it was connected as well. Continued to play music, and really crisp, clear music with awesome bass. Considering it's a little portable design, they've got pretty impressive bass in them. But the coolest part of the day was when they said, all right, now we're going to go out on a boat. I'm like, oh, I didn't realise there was a field trip. But yeah, considering they're really marketed towards that kind of extracurricular activity, going out on boats and things like that, kayaking, blah, blah, blah. They took us out on this amazing boat. Oh my God, it was so luxurious. It was fantastic. But we went out on the boat, watched a bit of a video, had a bit of a chat about the product. Essentially, they kidnapped us so they could teach us about the product, but I was very pleased with it anyway. So, and then they threw it into the water, showed us how it all works, fished it out, chucked it in, blah blah blah. It was really good. But at the end of the day, they gave us Snoogans and I one of these speakers to take home with us, and they said, "Look, we look forward to seeing what you can do to try and break it." And if you are savvy enough to have seen Lucas's last 48 from a couple of days ago, I actually showed you what I did to it. I dunked it in water, I threw it to the dogs, chucked it on the concrete. But then I guess to really test it, I decided, I'm a motorbike rider. I've got a Kawasaki KLX 250. I decided to ride my motorbike over the top of it. And I actually thought that, yeah, I'll probably damage it. It'll very, very likely continue to work from what I'd already seen. I thought, I'll damage it, but it'll be okay. It'll continue to work. I rode over it, and I put like tyre marks all over it. It went all black and all that sort of stuff. And it kept working. It didn't stop. And what you don't necessarily see from Lucas's last 48, the video edit, I actually ran over it about 3 or 4 different times. I think it was about 4 times, trying to get all the different shots, because we don't have like a studio with 10,000 cameras running at the same time, so I had to move the camera to different spots, so I had to do it a couple of times. So I ran over the bloody thing 3 or 4 times, and after I cleaned it up, I took it inside and washed it off. There's not a mark on it, dude. I showed up in the video like the photos of it. Those photos that I took are after shots, and they look brand new. Like there's literally not even a mark on the rubberized coating on the exterior of it.
You did play. We had a bit of a video conference call earlier without any clothes on, but that's beside the point. But you showed me. I watched the video, but I got a better concept for the size of it today.
Yeah.
And you showed me, and it looked brand new, brand spanking new, mind you, but brand new.
Yeah, there's no marks on it, man. And it's been through water, it's been to the dogs, it's been run over. And, it had no dramas. There was one occasion that I thought I killed it when I run over it, because it stopped. The music stopped. I thought, oh, I've killed it. Oh, no, this is going to be bad.
Did you just spin it too far from the Bluetooth?
No, nothing like that. It didn't move. No, what had happened is I'd run over the power button, and if you press the power button, just like press it quickly, it pauses the music. Like it remote paused my iPad that was playing the music. So when I went and had a look at the iPad, it was paused. So I pressed play again, and the music started again. So my tyre running over it pressed the power button and paused the music. It didn't actually stop it from working at all. So pretty damn impressive, man. And there's just no give in the construction, at all. Like you squeeze it and nothing moves. So it's very solid. I think that's the real key to it, is that it's not hollow. It's real thick and well constructed, that it doesn't give. And that's generally where things will go when there's like a weak link. If there's like a hollow part where it'll give, that's where it'll break. But there doesn't seem to be any areas like that, and it stands up to some big tests, which is pretty amazing. So I was sold on it, and I absolutely love it. And like I said, I'm going to use it with my PC, plug it in and have all my gaming through this speaker, because it is like really good clear sound as well. It's amazing, and the range that they've got is quite large, and they're available. You can get them from Target, Big W, The Good Guys, Kogan, all those places in Australia. So you can Anaconda as well. But the bigger speakers, get this. There's like a real massive one that's kind of like a boombox, like something that you would maybe take out on a boat or have at a picnic, and it's. They boast about 60 hours of battery life, but the bigger one actually has a separate battery pack in it, which is completely separate to what the speakers run off, that you can charge your phone on.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you drain that charging your phone, you're still going to get your 60 hours of battery life, because it's a separate battery. So that's pretty impressive. And if you go on to Lucas's last 48 post with the Altec Lansing video, you'll see all the retail prices are on there, but they are just your recommended retail prices. I've had a look on target.com.au, and they're selling them for a little bit cheaper, so you can get them at a pretty decent price. I think they're amazing. Also, you can get headsets as well, so they do all sorts of sound equipment. So if you want to get something for playing on your consoles or something like that, over ear sort of headphones, you can get them as well. They are coming out, so there's a good range, real good range.
It's very 21st century proof.
It is,
if you will.
But that's the thing, like nobody's going to run over their speaker 4 times, right? You might, I don't know, if you're rough and you're careless, you might run over it once, and you'd be like, oh no. But the thing is, because it's over-engineered and over-protective, just the general use that you will use it with is not going to kill it. You probably can kill it by doing, crazy, stupid things like shooting it, but they're things that aren't really going to happen in normal day-to-day life. If you spend the money to get one, you're going to treat it well, but if you do have a mishap, it's going to be safe. It's going to be good. And if you spill something on it, like a soft drink, and it's all sticky, you dunk it underwater and wash it.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing. So, yeah, bloody amazing.
When you said you were going to plug it into your computer, I think every speaker these days needs an auxiliary.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be a high-quality, versatile soundbar.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is, yeah.
In an office situation, I understand people have got 60, 70, 80-inch TVs and everything, and your soundbar needs to be within a certain ratio of your TV if you've got an out in a lounge room. But for a setup for a laptop or a monitor in a gaming setup, it's dual pronged. Like you said, you ride your motorbike, you go camping, you go out in a boat. You know, you've always got it there for that use. But then when you're at home, it's not like, oh, it's over-engineered and it's strong and it's tough and it's powerful. But if you only go out in a boat once every 6 months or go camping once every 12 months, it doesn't have a real purpose for me here. But as gamers, you got a soundbar wherever you go.
That's right, and that's the thing. Like laptop gaming, the laptop speakers are pretty garbage because they're small,
they're rubbish,
and compact, right?
Yep,
that's all you're going to get. But yeah, if you take one of these and connect it up to your laptop, which is you can do absolutely, you're going to have a lot better sound. And something that I will use it for as well when I am away from home, I've got the iPad. If I'm going to watch Netflix or play games on it or whatever, I'll have that as the soundbar so I can actually hear it properly, you know? If you're in a hotel room, you don't want to put headphones on. You connect up to something like this. It's amazing. If I'm going to buy any more of these, I won't bother looking at anything else. I'll definitely go for an Altec Lansing because why not? They're bloody fantastic. And
is it loud?
It's loud. It is very loud. Yep. That video that I made, when I watched it back after editing it, it kind of sounds like I've put a music track over the back.
Yeah.
I didn't add any audio to that at all. All that sound was from the speaker. So all that music you could hear was directly from the speaker itself.
Nice.
The whole time. So even when it's far away from the camera and far away from the microphone, you could still hear that real clearly. And it obviously doesn't do it justice over the camera, but in real life, yeah, it's very loud, man. It does do a very good volume.
So would you hear it over a lawnmower?
Oh, not that I've tested it.
No, I'm just putting you on the spot here.
Well, who's mowing? Am I mowing? Or the next door neighbour's mowing?
No, you're mowing. So if you have it out in your backyard, do you reckon you could hear tunes over the top of you mowing the lawn?
No, probably not, no.
No, that's cool. No, I'm just trying to gauge. I might start saving a couple of pennies, that's all.
Yeah, but...
Because I don't mow the lawn, so it's kind of redundant.
Well, you'll definitely be able to hear it then.
Thanks, Stitch.
Oh, that's right. You get people to do it for you.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but it's good. And look, I do want to stipulate as well, this is not paid product placement. I'm not spruiking this because they paid me to do it. I'm not earning a cent from this. I'm doing it because I legitimately think it's a good product. It's bloody...
But you're a techie. You're a gadget man.
That's it. That's what I like about it. I like a good product that just works and says what it's going to do, you know?
Yeah.
No, because you can probably pop into a $2 store and buy a Bluetooth speaker that will work, but it's just crap. These are good, man. These are real good quality. Actually, I told one of my work colleagues last night about it, and she's messaged me today saying, what was the name of that speaker again, and where can I get it?
Maybe you should be paid.
Yeah, well, maybe, but... No, well, that's it. I'm not earning a cent for this. I literally just feel passionate about it, and I can use it in a gaming environment, which is, what I like doing. So it's good. I like it. But anyway, so that was the Altec Lansing. We'll put some notes and where you can buy them, pricing, and all that sort of stuff in the show notes for this show, so you can check it out if you're interested. Yeah. Do you have any other questions about that one, or we'll move on?
No, we can move on because I get insider knowledge, and if I think of something later, like anyone else that's listening, mind you, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. This is kind of digressing a little. Feel comfortable. If you do have a question, send a message to Luke on the page or Snoogans. But yeah, Luke is smarter than Pat. Sorry, Pat. It's only because he can't be here to defend himself. I can get away with it for
that's
3
right.
days.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, as I said, I've got that luxury. If I think of something about 2 hours later, I go, oh fuck, dude. But everyone that's listening should also feel that level of comfortability and
yeah. Look, I might not always be able to reply straight away, but I will reply. So yeah, just send us a message, whether it's to the Facebook page or email us if you want, info@aussiegamersexpress.com, whatever you feel comfortable with, and I'll go back to you.
Yeah.
All right, cool, wonderful. Thank you very much for listening to me talk for that. I'll move on to the video game that I've been playing this week.
I don't think there's going to be too many games featuring in this week's video game discussion.
No, there's not, because I've been totally captivated by this game. And to put you at ease, and you're wondering what game I'm talking about, I will tell you now. It is Watch Dogs 2.
Oh shit! I was going with Tetris.
Oh, yeah, way off. No, sorry. Whatever.
Yeah, that needs to go in there. That's a wicked song.
Well, I've been playing Watch Dogs 2, which is the sequel to the original Watch Dogs, which came out in 2014. And the one thing that everybody says to me, Red, when I say I've been playing Watch Dogs 2, or when they see that I'm playing it, when they see it on the PlayStation 4, they say, Luke 1 is playing Watch Dogs 2. I get a message, or someone will say to me, is it better than the first one? Everybody asks that question. The simple answer is yes. Yes, it is better than the first one, but it's a sequel. It should be. It should be a little bit more advanced, a little bit more engaging, and a lot more to do, because it is a sequel. Everything's got to be bigger and better as you go, right? But what I do generally like to say is that I am a fan of Watch Dogs, the first Watch Dogs. And I think I'll speak for you as well. The only real thing that people are mostly sour about when it comes to the original Watch Dogs is the controversy surrounding its release. You know, there was a lot to do with downgrading graphics, so-called gameplay elements being a lot different in the final version. Showing off at E3 was completely different to when it was released. Lighting was massively reduced and all that sort of thing, right? Okay, it's teething issues, problems there. It was a brand new IP, so it's Watch Dogs didn't exist before Watch Dogs 1, of course. And also, Red, your biggest beef is the fact that the season pass didn't hold any form of value for people that purchased it early on, because you paid, what, $60?
Yep.
For the DLC? You bought the DedSec edition or whatever it was called?
Yeah, the statue edition. So the game itself cost me $248.
But you had to get the season pass on top of that.
Yeah. So it was 185 with the statue, and then 60 for the season pass. Yeah,
so it wasn't included in the statue edition. You had to play for it again, and then you didn't really get very much. You got the T-Bone thing and a couple of little updates or what have you. So there wasn't a lot of value there, which sort of pissed off a lot of people. But I think I'm safe in saying that, taking all of that controversy away from the actual game, Watch Dogs 1 was a fantastic entry for a first new IP.
Yeah.
Very rarely are you going to do a new IP and get and see success like The Last of Us. You know, it's that's a phenomenon. But if you can bring out a new IP that has a lot of potential, like Titanfall, and then just correct everything in a sequel, you're going to be onto a winner. And I really enjoyed Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs was a good game for me. I platinumed it, and I don't platinum games that I don't like, because why would I play it for that long, grinding, doing all the little trophies that are a pain in the ass, for something I didn't like? So I really enjoyed. Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's not worth it. So I got into Watch Dogs 2, and I was a little bit sort of, put off by all the negative press around the first one and all that sort of stuff, and I wasn't really that pumped coming into playing Watch Dogs 2. But after playing it for a couple of hours, Watch Dogs 2 reminded me what I liked about the game, and I really got drawn in. What are you laughing at?
Oh, you can just sum it up by, how fucking good is it?
That's it, man. It is amazing.
Because we should mention, I've also probably put 40 hours, 30 hours into it as well.
Have you put that long into it?
Oh, fuck yeah, man. I've been sick and bedridden. I moved the PlayStation into the bedroom.
Yeah, man, I love it. The new additions of the jump car and the quadricopter are fantastic, and they're not stupidly hard to obtain either. Because
no.
A lot of games will make a mistake to only give you the really cool things towards the end of your game. So you only really get to experience for a little bit before you put it down and move on to the next game. Whereas you can get these cool devices fairly early on and enjoy them for the majority of the game. And what I like about the addition of the jump car, which is a little remote control car, and the quadricopter, which is a remote controlled flying drone, is that they both have their weaknesses, they both have their strengths, but you can't just get away with using just one or ignoring them. Using them together, like you use the quadricopter to survey an area to find out how maybe you want to do your approach, and maybe you might want to hack in the enemies to get keys, so then you can open certain doors, but you can't hack terminals that you need to physically hack with the quadricopter. And that's where you would send in the jump car. And if you've got a route in with the car, maybe through a vent or under a fence or through a hole somewhere, you can send the car in. The problem is the car can get sighted very easily and get destroyed by the enemies. Whereas if you really want to be daring, you can send Marcus in. You can go in as your character and do it yourself. Or if you want to do it from a distance, you can do everything remotely, which is really cool. I love that.
Do you know what you said earlier, or just a minute ago, about how they give you the cool stuff later and everything like that? But obviously, you get these really early on. You get the jump car for next to nothing. You have enough money there, and then you got to save $60,000 for the quadricopter. And that's in context of everything. If you pick the right missions to do, because you don't generate income from main story missions, but if you do like the taxi jobs and go around and collect money bags and just liberate little areas, you can make money pretty quickly.
Well, like, that's the thing. The big money bags, which are just collectibles throughout the world, some of those big ones give you $20,000.
Yeah, I hit 3 of them in a row yesterday. I'm like, cha-ching. I got the shotgun that I wanted.
Yeah, I've got a mad sniper rifle and a assault rifle now. It's awesome. But
it's how the Ubisoft have turned around and utilised these new tools. You'll remember from Watch Dogs 1, you had to, like, you go into, like, your investigation mode, like your hack mode, where it changes the colours and everything like that, and you can spot electronics and whatnot. But you had to do those little puzzles where you turn the knobs with L1 and you had to align all the power to unlock things.
Yeah.
Well, now the scale of those things now, because of the quadricopter, because you're flying up and they're on sides of buildings, they're on radio towers, all these little puzzles and everything.
What about the one, did you see the one that was completely all matted into the construction of the side of a bridge?
Yes.
So it's all through all the girders and stuff. So
you're flying up and in and around it and everything. And but that's early on in the game.
Yep.
Well, if that's the way you choose to do it, because we must mention, you got your phone obviously, and you got this app called your DedSec app, and it gives you your missions. But there's not just a straight line of narrative. There's 3. You got to go in there, and the purple ones, they're your co-op or your adversarial PvP, and then you got your yellow ones, which are your main missions. But then you've got your orangey red ones, which are your optional side missions.
Yeah.
And you can, and it tracks them all simultaneously. You can pick what to do, see what to do, but you get to do your narrative in the order that you want. And this was a selling point early on in the piece. And you can just get lost and do whatever you want. The side missions aren't given to you. There's little icons on the map. You got to go talk to someone or hack into someone and find something. But it all directly relates to the overall picture of this DedSec. And DedSec is a virtual representation of something like Anonymous.
Yeah. Yep.
Hacktivists. You know, you're doing the right thing. And I've found I get a lot of punch. Like, there's one main mission I've recently done. It's against a church/cult group. I won't go into it too much. But they're taking the piss in parts, not completely, but in parts of how people see Scientology.
Scientology is definitely what they're referring to, yeah.
Oh, you can't hide that fact. But there's so many references, so many pop culture references and stuff in there, like from the Star Wars movie to Steve Irwin to... Yeah, Australia gets a good old mention, don't they?
It does too.
orcas and paupers and flippers, but fuck those stingrays, man.
They killed the crocodile hunter. Yeah, there's really good references in there. There was a reference to Johnny Five is Alive from Short Circuit.
Yeah, you've done that one, have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, locos, kick your ass.
Knight Rider.
Oh, your big one right at the start.
Yeah, big one. Yeah, with Kit the car. So that's pretty cool. But it's very what's the word? It's very rich in references. There was also a Diablo one that I missed, but Nico told me about it. There was right at the beginning. You're going.
Oh, the Paladin.
No, you're in the little hot area hacking at the beginning, and I think the girl says something along the lines of something they referenced the secret cow level.
Oh yeah, they did too.
Yeah, I missed it. It went over my head, but Nico pointed it out to me.
Yeah, and then also, you know, where you walk in your first HQ, your base is in like that tabletop game store.
Yep.
And you walk through and you see like the Dark Souls statue.
Oh yes, yeah, the statue. That statue's awesome.
But if you talk to the Sheila on the right, she goes, "I was cruising around with my Paladin, and you know, I needed to roll a 6, but I couldn't roll a 6 because I was playing a game and there was no dice. But so I hit my right button and I done this aura. Oh, forget the name of the aura, but you've got it in Diablo, and it heals you and your party members." And I went, okay. Diablo again.
Nice, yeah. And you can, like, I feel like the world is really alive. Like, I've been stuck sometimes. There was a couple of workers on a work site having smoko, and they were having a chat, and they were just having an argument about a video game. And I caught the end of the conversation, so I'm not 100% sure what game they were talking about. But it was just a couple of workers arguing about what they liked about a video game. And it was really cool that it distracted me from the game, and I wanted to just eavesdrop and listen into what they were talking about.
Yeah,
and the people, like the disgruntled missus, smashing the shit out of the car with a baseball bat. Have you seen that?
It's
yeah. Oh, it's hilarious. Like it's really alive, man. It feels like there's a personality going on in the game.
And talking of Watch Dogs 1 as a comparison, obviously you say sequel's always better, and you know why it should be, because there is a foundation there. The hacking game is already there. You only have to improve it, and if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
What they did fix, if you remember playing as Aiden in number 1, every time you looked at someone, their bio would pop up, and it was sometimes a little bit always in your face. No matter where you looked, you get this little pop up. Now you have to actually hold L1. Yeah,
to get that stuff to pop up, and then
to assess them. Yeah. So stuff like that, it's so much more seamless. And driving, you know, I think you may have said, if I remember correctly, back in the day, that little line that used to shoot out from your phone telling you what you could hack used to give you the shits a little bit because there was just so much.
Yeah.
Well, now you've got that little crosshair, especially when you're driving and everything, and it'll just do a faint line to the people and stuff like that, or to the traffic lights. But every now and again, you've just got the L1 prompt if you want to hack something within the world, like your geysers or your bloody manholes and everything like that. There's not just this big, thick white line saying you can hack this. You just get on-screen prompts.
Yeah.
So where I was going with that is the foundation's there, and they've taken everything that did actually really shine with a brand new IP. It was a new idea, and it was something that you've never experienced before in a video game, and they've just added it to this, and they've fixed it because Aiden wasn't a very likable protagonist.
No, he was a bit of a nobody.
He'd done the right things, and the human trafficking and everything like that for number 1, and he was a fighter for the people, not unlike the band of misfits you have in number 2. But he was just boring and bland.
Yeah.
There's so much colour, and literally within the world and everything, it's a whole lot more colourful. It doesn't feel like every time you walk outside at 6 o'clock or 6 p.m. going on dusk. That's how Watch Dogs 1 felt. Even through the day, it was still very bleak and dark. This is so colourful and vibrant. You said there's life there. It takes out... There's no drinking game.
Oh, thank God.
But the things... You got followers now?
Yeah.
And just to touch on that, how you get those is obviously by doing your main missions and everything, but you can go take selfies around hotspot locations.
Yep.
And everything like, and But these aren't hard to find. You get you've got an app on your phone that tells you where they are, and you can actually set a waypoint. Your songs, you don't have to go searching for that last song. Every time one comes on the radio, you walk past someone listening to it, just says press your touchpad, boom, it's got a Shazam style app, bang, you've got the song. It's a pretty cool soundtrack. I like the Ruster and I like the rock. I'm not so much into the electronic. Oh, I know, but I do fucking tend to drive around and just do the odd collectibles with a bit of Chopin and Mozart going on. But how that's controllable too, you just hold in your touchpad and you can skip radio stations, you can just flick down on your right button to turn it off or to turn it on. It's... look, I was going to borrow it off Weeksy, and then I started getting pumped for it because I've watched a few streams. I've watched your stream back on YouTube, and I'm like, maybe I should stop being a pighead about this and open my mind a little bit more to it. So, yeah, I watched a few streams, I've read a few reviews, and as you said, they are mixed, but I can't understand why. And I watched your video back, and Weeksy goes, yeah, I'm going to bring you Titanfall, and I'm going to bring your Watch Dogs over on Sunday when I come for a visit. He rocked up, and then 3 seconds into it, he goes, oh, fuck, I don't have Watch Dogs. And I went, nah, man, nah. I'm too pumped for this now. I said, I got a babysitter here because Prue was at work. I said, take me to EB.
Oh, did you go buy it, did you?
Yep, fuck yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Don't regret it. Do not regret it at all. One of the better games I've played this quarter. Normally I play a new game and go, best game of the year. Yeah. But no,
I'm enjoying it.
Lots of fun. And it's not a chore to collect things and go around and do stuff.
No, that's all I've wanted to play lately is that. I absolutely adore it. I think it's a fantastic game. What about
have you met Aiden in Watch Dogs 2?
No, I haven't. I was hoping you did meet him. Thanks for spoiling it, though.
No, it's not really a spoiler. They talk about him all the time.
Oh, but I didn't know you met him, though.
Oh, well, maybe it's not a spoiler because maybe you don't. No, I not mean as in you and your character.
Okay, that'll do. Okay, you put enough mystery in there that it's back to good. So let's just move on. I wanted to ask you about the melee weapon. In Watch Dogs 1, Aiden had an expandable baton.
Nightstick, yeah.
What do you think of the new one?
The yo-yo.
Do you know what it is? Because a lot of people that I've asked have their own interpretation.
Oh no, it just looks like like they used to have the mace on the chain. Now it just looks like a small 21st century version of one of those. I have no idea what it is.
So did you actually think it was a yo-yo?
No.
See, I actually thought it was, I thought it was an Oki strap.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I think Nico thought it was a push bike chain.
Oh, okay.
Which would have made sense, you know, if he's a bit of that kind of guy. He might have a push bike that he would tie up to somewhere. I've actually looked it up and found out what it is, because it's really hard to decipher what the hell the thing is. It has a name. I can't think of what the name is, but it's actually paracord with a billiard ball attached to it, the 8 ball.
Yeah, wicked. Yeah,
that's what it is.
21st century style bloody mace on a chain.
Pretty much, yeah. And he swings it around and, oh man, it looks brutal.
But it's not generic.
No, and the animations move around a bit too, and it's quite fun. As much as it is like a one-hit down to just hit enemies with them, it still doesn't feel OP though when there's a few enemies around. So it's actually fun to use though as a sneaking takedown.
Well, it's slow.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It levels itself out. Yeah, it's a 1 to 2 hit sort of animation. You only got to hit the circle button once for it to happen, but it's slow. And I'm not trying to be a big man here. First of all, I went straight to settings as soon as I installed it. I turned aim assist off and I put it on realistic. I'm dead in 3 bullets. So if I go to take someone down and I'm being spotted while I'm choking them out, I'm dead.
Yeah.
So it levels itself out really, really nicely, but it's not, as you just said, and as I try to touch on, it's not generic. He's got maybe 10 to 15 different moves with it.
Yeah, she's
so
nice.
So it's not like you're going up there, you're just swinging it, hitting them in the head, and then taking them down. No, you got chokes, hits, slays, wraps. But also, you'll walk up, if you're slightly above someone, you hit circle, you just fucking kick them in the face. That's a thing too. I like it.
Yeah, so look, she's a good game. I recommend it. It's if you liked Watch Dogs even just a little bit, Watch Dogs 2 will be the go.
Yeah.
You have to play it. It's great. I've told everyone that I've played that I've been speaking to about it that it's great. You need to play it. It's a great game. Great game for this time of year.
It's going to be Sunday for those that are listening that on the Sunday that need the reminding. I think it's going to be within the vicinity of $50 at Target and slightly cheaper at Big W. Big W have now come back and bloody brought the prices down cheaper. But like Titanfall 2, you can get for $35, I think, from Big W. Yes, $35, save $39. So it's over 50% off Titanfall 2. But there's Battlefield, Dishonored 2, Watch Dogs 2, Call of Duty. All your main releases this weekend, when you're listening to the show, if you listen to it on the Sunday, are all heavily reduced for a 3 to 4 day period at Target and Big W, whatever's closest.
Awesome, man. I don't know if they're just trying to do something with Black Friday or something in line with the States, but that's crazy deals, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's very nifty at the moment because it was a problem 4 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago when everyone's going pre-order this, pre-order that, this is coming, that's coming, this, and you're just going, every time you see a game, you go 80, 80, 80, 80, and you quickly get to $400.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna miss out on an $80 purchase, but you're not gonna feel ripped off for a $55 purchase on Watch Dogs 2. I cannot recommend. And there's so much game. There's actually a whole lot more game than you think.
Yeah.
So much game.
Agreed. All right, lovely. We'll move on from that. I did purchase Titanfall 2 this week. I got a discount code for the PlayStation 4 and picked it up for about $50, $56 or something. I might have to repurchase it and get it on the Xbox again as well, so I can play it with yourself. If it's only $35, I may as well.
$35, Big W.
Lovely. So I haven't actually played Titanfall 2 yet because I've been stuck with Watch Dogs 2, and by the looks of things, I'm not going to get into Titanfall 2 very soon because I haven't had my fill of Watch Dogs 2 yet, and I've played it heaps, man.
Which is strange for you. Well, no, it's not. 6 months ago, it was.
What's that?
You getting hooked on a game, especially an open world game, i.e. Witcher, Watch Dogs, GTA, those sort of sandbox games, for you to be spending 30, 40, 50 hours in Skyrim, I'm sure you're going back to it, but you've just got a different outlook to these games. And I'm so proud. It's like my child is blossoming.
And I'm doing a lot more of the sideys too.
Yeah, well, they're so rewarding in Watch Dogs, and I'm not going any further into it.
Okay, cool. And so that's about it, man, other than Clash Royale. That's it for me. Is there anything else that you needed for video game discussion?
Yes, I got a 2 terabyte hard drive in my PlayStation.
Yeah,
that was big for me. Thank you, Zachary, for and firstly the hard drive, but your perseverance with me in getting it all sorted and set up and reinstalled, and that's big for me. I love it. I've had one session on Battlefield 1 this week, and I've moved my KD to 1.99. Ooh,
very close to your 2.
I'm exactly 50 kills off being 2.
Nice one.
So that's still going strong. I'm not getting any weaker in that. I really like it. I'm starting to use airplanes a lot more now too, trying to get a little bit better at it.
Yeah, cool.
Don Bradman cricket, the 99.95. Don Bradman cricket's come back off the bloody shelf because when I was reinstalling stuff, it was literally 1.9 gig. I went, yeah, all right, we'll grab it. So I've had a couple of little runs around on that because obviously being cricket season again, I knew it'd spark back up. We're probably 4 weeks away from Don Bradman 17, so I'm going to see if this can just, I don't know, it's just something about cricket games and football games. I'll pay $100 for them, but well, we just bought a new car. That's got nothing to do with games, but so there probably won't be a whole lot of spare cash chopper. So yeah, just been playing Donald Bradman 17, Clash Royale, smashing it, mate. 3,100 trophies, loving it. Did you play the tournament this week?
No.
Free tournament on again this week.
Oh,
It was double elixir. You know when you get down to a minute and elixir fills up real quick?
Yeah.
That for the whole game.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I'll give it a go if it's a free one.
She was right on. That was fun.
Nice. Hey, did you say you Don Bradman 17?
He's coming out next month, yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought that was what you said you were playing. Right, okay, cool.
I know. And one last thing, I've been playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare multiplayer with my brother occasionally.
Still haven't played that, actually.
Yeah, so I'm level 54. And I got my first epic gun because it's so pay to win again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I got an epic weapon, and some of these epic weapons they come with attachments already, and like there's this one you can get. Like it's really hard, or not really hard, but the probability of getting them are quite slim. But there's this weapon. If you get a kill, a headshot kill, it replenishes your life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can be in a gun battle and then finish someone off and then get all your life back and go on to the next one. It's kind of not COD.
Yeah, right.
This one, it's the ball buster. You get half damage to the head but double damage to the groin. Shit like that. And that stuff doesn't feel like COD. But the actual gameplay itself is fast-paced and fucked up and spawn trappy, and I think I just really enjoy, one, just being able to hang out with my brother when I can because he's a very, very busy person, and two, just being able to use the Elite controller.
Yeah, nice. I've got to get one of them.
Any excuse will do. Yeah, wicked. But yeah, that's it. I've played a couple of games, but I've been bedridden and I've just been playing Watch Dogs mainly.
Cool, man. All right, well, what's next? We'll go into video game news.
Yeah, let's get a bit smarter.
All right, let's do it. All right, Red, Respawn CEO on a third Titanfall. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool now. The way we'll run the news, I'll give you the headlines, but I've got to try and leave a little bit of mystery. So let me read the full headline to you now. Respawn CEO unsure whether studio will make Titanfall 3, but as you can figure, EA definitely will.
Well, yeah. If Respawn aren't doing it, someone will.
Exactly, and EA being the money-making machine that they are, they bloody will have a go. So Titanfall corrected developer Respawn Entertainment isn't sure whether the studio will make another game in the series, even though this installment has been very popular. My next news item is going to come back to Titanfall a little bit, and it may be a reason why, may not be, but we don't know. So Titanfall is bloody up there with some of the best games of 2016, apparently. I haven't played it, looking forward to it, I will be playing it soon, but it's getting an 86 to 89% rating on Metacritic, depending on console. But the CEO, Vince Zampella, said he just doesn't know yet whether they're going to work on it. There was another quote that I think even we brought it to the podcast a few weeks ago, that an EA publicist pointed out that the publisher had started working with Respawn to build a franchise. To quote Zampella, the CEO of Respawn, he goes, "So whatever the fuck that means." So obviously he wasn't consulted on this at all. But something I did find out doing a little bit of research for this, Frank Zampella worked with Infinity Ward, and he goes, it definitely feels a little bit odd with Infinite Warfare is from his old studio that he built, he reckoned, and they're repackaging my old game that I built on a brand that I built. So it kind of works against him that the fact that it's been released at the same time as College. Yeah. So Titanfall 3, you will most likely see. Whether it has Respawn Entertainment with it is yet to be known. Probably, by the sounds of these are all direct quotes that I'm bringing you. I've scoped them out from a couple of different places and Twitter. They mightn't even be on board. They might be done with it. But he also contradicts himself, saying there's so much more of the world and the lore that he wishes to tell. So whether they'll bring out single player DLC for number 2, which has not been at all mentioned. It's only ever been said that the free DLC will be map packs and cosmetic items for the Titans and the pilots, but we don't know. So, but given the good response, and I've heard good things, especially Weeks, he's pretty professional on the page and everything like that. But when he comes over for dinner every second Sunday or third Sunday, he doesn't take a back foot backstep when he comes forward, when he gives his opinion on something. He's very, very colourful and animated at times. But he loves Titanfall. He reckons it was a very, very strong game. So, I don't know. Speculation. But, yeah, Respawn mightn't be involved. But, yeah, they might get Sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so they just EA and work with Activision, and they'll just do the 3-year rotation, and they'll pump out recycled material for every 3 years from the same developer. Yeah. Interpret that as you will. What do you reckon?
Oh, mate, I reckon they will. They'll stick around.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I reckon there'll be a Titanfall 3 and it'll be Respawn.
Yeah.
But very early.
Especially if they win a couple of Game of the Year awards in different categories.
Yeah, but very early to be talking about that, really.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to, from what I've read, because EA, as I said, I quoted the EA publicist saying that they're working with Respawn to create a franchise, and he's obviously got the shits because he's never been consulted, nor did he have any preconceived idea of the fact.
Mm.
And now he's just trying to jump in front of it, so then the ball's in his court. He can make the plays from now on. He's come out in the media and said all this shit. So
yeah, oh well, whatever. Just make the games and we'll play them.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, we'll move on to the next one, Red.
Yep.
Apparently there is a retail gaming slump. Tell us about that one.
Okay, so to headline this retail slump, Watch Dogs 2 sales drop 80% over predecessor amid this retail slump. So, in a nutshell, they've sold 80% less copies of Watch Dogs 2 over the counter than Watch Dogs 1. 80% is a big number. You know, I could see 20%, I could see 30% because Watch Dogs was a new IP, but there's another massive thing that needs to be taken into consideration when we look at this. You look at the amount of games that come out in the last 4 weeks. Yeah? Watch Dogs 1 come out when there was 3.5 titles plus 2 PS Plus titles on the PlayStation, if we're talking PS Plus, or on Xbox Go. There was fuck all games.
Yeah.
There really was fuck all games. So I think that's why a lot of us went all out and went dead set. Oh, my first brand new IP, AAA game on the PlayStation, justified a statue purchase and season pass. I was just so excited. So half of me being dirty is on me. But you got to think, it's now come out alongside Infinite Warfare, Battlefield 1, Modern Warfare 4 Remaster, what else did it come out? Gears of War. Yeah, there was just Titanfall. Exactly. It's so many bloody games. Dishonored 2. So they're the games at the moment that are feeling this retail slump. It's there. So the high profile ones are Dishonored 2, Titanfall 2, Infinite Warfare. Battlefield 1 sales are pretty strong, just because it's almost like a new IP. And of course Watch Dogs. But there is there's a flip side to this. And it's an IHS analyst, Piers Harding-Rolls, told games industry that he expects digital sales of games and increasing spend on subscription services will mitigate the drop of the physical retail sales of games.
Yeah, right.
Look how many games we go digital now.
Yeah.
I know, just from my inner circle, and to mention Zach again, one would think he's a good mate of mine. He buys 1 physical to 3 digital. You know what I mean? And obviously, it's a little bit... Well, at the moment, we're getting pretty good specials and everything running around the PlayStation Store and Steam and everything like this. Be it with Black Friday, and they always have different specials and everything. Like, don't get me wrong, he's not paying $110 for every game that he picks up, but it's just becoming slightly more affordable. But when you look at it, because obviously the figure of 80% sales, that's worldwide. America, Canada, we've got accounts. We've got PlayStation accounts for these countries, because at times, even with the exchange rate, you can get a game dirt cheap digitally from the store.
That's right.
So I think it's really the way the gaming is going at the moment. Is it's all well and good to duck down to your local store and pick up a physical copy of a game, but it's not so much of a taboo now to look at the store and even get a brand new game on release digitally. So,
yeah. And
the retail slump. It doesn't necessarily mean that the games aren't selling. That's I've got to get rid of that clickbait.
Yeah, that's fair. Absolutely. But something I've realised that a lot of people probably don't realise is that I've spoken to some people who play PlayStation 4, and they say, "Oh no, look, I like to buy the physical game because I've only got the 500 gigabyte hard drive."
Yeah.
And I said, "How do you figure? Like, I don't understand your reasoning there." And they said, "Oh, because I don't have the space," not realising that a physical disc installation will take up just the same amount of space on your hard drive as downloading the whole game.
Yeah, true.
It installs the game and uses the disc as DRM, so to know that you own the game.
Yep.
That's it. The disc is a key. That is all. You still install the 50 gig, and it runs the game off the hard drive. You don't play the game on the disc like you did back in the day. Those days are gone.
Yeah, and the library section, I'm talking both now. I've got all the Xbox as well, and I can speak for both. Your library section still sits there. It's very accessible. Yeah, you got to download it, and obviously it's more accessible for you than it is for me. But you want to fucking play a game bad enough, you'll download the bastard.
Yeah.
And if you want to reinstall it and you're, oh, fuck, I want to go back to that, you just download it again. Yep. It's still there, and I was one of these ones that was all physical. But I put that down to me being naive. I knew no better. I had 3 digital games in my life on the PS3. You know, because I never had Plus, so I never really had the exposure.
Yeah.
But now it's there, it's sitting there in the library, and you go along, and it's like, you know, I've got a real hankering at the moment to play Ground Zeroes. Well, I'm going to get that ready for this weekend, and you download it on a Wednesday night. Thursday night.
The only thing is, a lot of people still don't like about digital games is that in 20 years' time, when you pull your old dusty PS3 out of the cupboard that's been in there forever, are you still going to be able to download those games? Probably not.
No.
Whether the console would work anyway, if it was functional, whether it would actually load up a game without updates or what have you, I don't know. It all depends on how they sever the connection with the last generation, you know what I mean? Like, if they're going to no longer support the PlayStation 4, and using the PlayStation 4, just an example, same thing for another console, are they going to release a patch that will allow it to be used even though there's no longer any infrastructure? Do you know what I mean? Will they update the OS one last time before it goes offline, so that if you put a disc in, it's not going to ask you for an update, it's just going to play whatever version's on the disc?
Yeah, well, that fucking note, did you just come up with that then?
Yeah.
Yeah, as I said, techie savvy, smart freak.
Because
that's a great idea. But you want to know my counter real quickly?
Yeah, what?
Just to highlight Snoogans, they'll just remaster every game anyway next generation.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's it. We'll play Watch Dogs 2 remastered on the PlayStation 8.
Final Fantasy 7, the 7th remaster.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7. Oh boy.
Yeah, good point, mate. You overshadowed my fucking news item with a little bit of bloody knowledge there. I like it.
Oh, sometimes I do it. Alright, moving on to the next news item. We've got 2016 Game Awards, nominations and predictions, Red.
Well, I'll give you the nominations. I've actually been a smart fella and sent them through to you so you can read through them at the same time as I call them out.
Yep.
And we'll just have a quick, just off the cuff, we won't think about it too much or try and justify our answer, but we'll just pick what we think.
Yeah, righto.
So let's get into it. Game of the Year. Doom, Bethesda, Inside, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, and Uncharted 4.
That's hard, that one. I'm torn between two of them.
Inside and Uncharted.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played Titanfall 2 yet, and Overwatch I liked, but it's not going to be Game of the Year for me for sure. And
Fuck
Doom,
no.
Doom, it didn't really grab me at all.
Uncharted 4.
Yeah, it'd probably have to be that one, considering Inside was for 3 hours.
That's the thing. But we'll touch on that again in a second. So, nominations for Best Game Direction, and I think that means the director, not which direction it was going in.
Yeah.
It's got Blizzard for Overwatch, EA and DICE for Battlefield 1, id Software for Doom, and Naughty Dog for Uncharted 4.
And Respawn for
Titanfall.
Titanfall 2.
And Respawn. Yeah, see, that's why I sent it through to you. I did get lost there. Respawn Entertainment for Titanfall 2.
That's an easy one for me.
Naughty Dog.
Nope.
If they're going to win Game of the Year, which we suspect they will, the direction and the narrative of that game is what holds it up to be Game of the Year, so that's a shoo-in for that as well. The only thing holding back DICE is the length of the campaign, which was
6.5 hours. No, I'm picking EA DICE for that one.
Battlefield 1.
Yeah, I thought Battlefield 1 was absolutely brilliant. The campaign. I don't care that it was 6.5 hours for me.
Yep.
100% that wins it for me.
Fuck. Really?
Mm.
Ooh, my boy's blossoming. All right. Best narrative. Now, you're going to have probably a different one to me. We got Firewatch, Inside, Mafia 3, Oxenfree, and Uncharted 4 for the best narrative.
What's yours?
Mafia 3.
Oh, I haven't played it yet.
But I'm expecting you to have more knowledge than myself on Firewatch and Inside. Because obviously Firewatch needed the narrative to be a game.
Firewatch was the narrative. And for me, I'd probably have to give it to Firewatch.
Yeah, I suspected that to be as much.
Because Firewatch wasn't really a game. Like, if you take the narrative out of that game, the game's boring as batshit.
What's that one that I reviewed that was PS Plus last month?
Oh, I don't know.
Not Ethan.
Rapture.
Rapture. Everyone's gone to the Rapture. If Firewatch didn't have a story, it'd be Rapture 2.
That'd be exactly right. Yeah, you're spot on there. But no, Firewatch was fantastic. I played it in one sitting and just couldn't put it down because I loved it. Great chemistry between the characters and just a good narrative all around. So beautiful.
We must say that all these opinions that we're having on all these titles, 99% of them you will find a review at AussieGamersExpress.com.
Yeah, very true.
So if you go, what does he mean by that? There's a Firewatch review.
That's it.
Best art direction: Abzu, Firewatch, Inside, Overwatch, Uncharted 4.
That would probably go to Uncharted 4 there.
Oh, I'm thinking Inside, even though I haven't played it.
Inside was my first thought, but art direction for Uncharted 4 was mind-blowing.
It was, wasn't it? Which is going to get a reinstall, hashtag co-op.
Yeah, the co-op horde mode coming.
Yeah, just to digress, but yeah, that's definitely going to get another look.
Yeah.
All right, best music sound design: Battlefield 1, Doom, Inside, Res Infinite, and Thumper.
Yeah, I really only have played one of those properly. Oh, sorry, two of those. I don't remember Inside for its music and sound.
That's a Battlefield.
It'd have to be Battlefield. It's the only one I really know.
Pretty powerful.
The sound effects in that game, though, are amazing, and the music.
Right, mine is Doom because I'm a metalhead.
Yeah, is it real heavy? Is it? I've only played like a couple of levels of that.
Yeah, non-stop metal, like thrash metal tracks, beginning to end.
Okay, nice.
All right, so we've got best performance: Alec Hernandez as Lincoln Clay, Mafia 3; Sissy Jones as Delilah from Firewatch; Emily Rose as Elena from Uncharted 4; Nolan North as Nathan Drake; Rich Sommer as Henry from Firewatch; and Troy Baker as Sam Drake in Uncharted 4. Fucking hell. 2 games, is it? No.
3, because of Mafia 3 as well. Yeah.
Nolan.
Nolan is good. So's Troy Baker. But then so was the Delilah and Henry from Firewatch. They were amazing.
And so was Lincoln Clay.
Oh, man.
This is a great one.
No. Oh, do I have to answer? I don't know.
No, not at all. But I think Nolan will take it.
Nolan is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have Games for Impact, which makes no sense to Red because Red has not played any of these. So I'm really hoping you played one at least and you can pick it. Games for Impact, which obviously is that what I read into that as in like theme-wise.
I've never heard of any of them. 1979 Revolution, Black Friday, Blockhood, Orwell, Sea Hero Quest, That Dragon, Cancer. I've not played any of them, man.
I'm definitely going with Sea Hero because hopefully there's pirates. Or no,
Sea Hero Quest it is, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, we'll go That Dragon, Cancer because everything with dragons is interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Blockhood.
Plethora and Devolver.
I don't know. Never heard of them.
Devolver made the news, but that's the last words. Best independent game, here we go. Firewatch, Hyperlight Drifter, Inside, Stardew Valley, wow, and The Witness.
Well, that'll go to Inside for me.
Yes, I figured it would, and that's going to be my pick with Firewatch being a second. But Stardew Valley got a massive cult following that game. So.
Yeah, I've got that on PC now. I still haven't played it though.
Is that like a farming sim?
I think so.
Yeah, but with Pokemon graphics.
Yeah.
Very Nintendo thing. Yes, that's Stardew Valley because I remember I always read over it because we only get to pick 3 or 4 news items a week for the podcast. It kind of never made it because it was never something strong with me, but I've watched a couple of videos and it was massive prior launch. Anyway, here we go. Best mobile handheld: Clash Royale, Fire Emblem Fates, Monster Hunter, Pokemon Go, and Severed.
Yeah, that'd have to go to Clash Royale, I think.
Yeah, it's got its own E-League now.
Lovely. Easy one, that one.
Yeah, best VR: Batman Arkham VR, Eve Valkyrie, Job Simulator, Res Infinite, and Thumper.
Oh, I can't believe Riggs didn't get a go in there.
Me either, actually.
I would have picked Riggs over the bunch of them, but Batman would be that pick out of those ones.
Yeah, look, you're the man for the VR questions. So I've not played it. All right, moving along because we've got a couple. Best action game: Battlefield 1, Doom, Gears of War 4, Overwatch, Titanfall 2.
Best action game: Gears.
Battlefield. Best action adventure: Dishonored 2, Hitman, Hyperlight Drifter, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted 4. Oh,
Uncharted 4.
Yes. Best RPG: Dark Souls 3, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, The Witcher 3, Blood and Wine expansion, World of Warcraft Legion, which World of Warcraft is 13 or 11 today, and Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Well, I'd have to go The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt, Blood and Wine.
Yes, I'm going Dark Souls 3.
Yep, cool.
Best fighting game: Killer Instinct Season 3, Kings of Fighters 14, Pokken Tournament, and Street Fighter 5.
I haven't played any of them. Mortal Kombat 10.
Yes! Best strategy game: Sid Meier's Civilization 6, Fire Emblem Fates, The Banner Saga 2, Total War Warhammer, or XCOM 2.
I've only played the Banner Saga 2 and hated it, so I'll go XCOM 2. Never played it, but it looks cool.
XCOM or Civ will take that. Best family game: Dragon Quest Builder, big game, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Pokemon Go, Ratchet and Clank Skylanders, and Imaginators.
Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens is the winner. That's a fucking top game.
Yeah, and so was Ratchet and Clank, but Lego Star Wars was a little bit more original.
Yeah.
Best sport / racing: FIFA 17, Forza Horizon 3, Major League Baseball The Show 16, NBA 2K17, and PES Soccer 2017.
Forza Horizon 3
will win unless EA pays money to win it. Best multiplayer: Battlefield 1, Gears of War 4, Overcooked, Overwatch, Titanfall 2, or Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh, Battlefield 1. Oh, Battlefield 1 and Rainbow Six Siege. They both should win it. Here we go. Most anticipated game. God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Mass Effect Andromeda, Red Dead Redemption 2, and The Legend of Zelda. Breath of Wind.
For me, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Horizon Zero Dawn for Red.
Yeah, fair enough. Good game.
Oh, Trending Gamer, here we go. Angry Joe Show, Booger2988, Danny O'Dwyer, Jake Septiceye, he's a fucking funny prick, and Lyric.
Angry Joe for me.
I'm going Francis with Boogie.
Cool.
Fuck your fan creations. Best esport players we do not know. Best sports team we don't know. Best esports games we do know. Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, Overwatch, or Street Fighter 5.
Overwatch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it'll either be League or Counter-Strike that takes it, but I'd like to see Overwatch win one because they were nommed for a lot of things that they probably can't stand up in.
Yeah.
But there we go. There's the nominations for the Games Awards 2016 and our predictions. So it was a little bit long-winded there, but hey, we're allowed to indulge every now and again. But if you disagreed or you have a stronger opinion, feel free to get in touch and tell Lucas he was wrong. Or you tell Red to get fucked. But that's the news for Thursday.
All of Lee. Fantastic. Thanks, Red. That was good stuff there.
Yeah, cheers, Cobbo.
How about we move on to What's That Sound?
Yes, we will.
All right, so last week with What's That Sound, we had quite an easy one, and we actually got thanked for having an easy one, and it was this one. It was this one. Have a listen.
Oh, hi. So, how are you holding up? Because I'm a potato.
Yes, she is a potato, and that was, of course, none other than GLaDOS from Portal 2. Now, we did have a discussion about how we were going to score, and I said if I got the wrong game, as in Portal 1 or Portal 2, I would lose a point. Yep. And you said Portal, but you haven't played them, so you just went with Portal, which is close enough. So I said Portal 2, and the answer is Portal 2. So we both get a point. Is that right? Is that what we agreed?
Yeah, absolutely. I thought we agreed I'd get 3, but...
No.
Oh, okay.
So the score, which we don't usually mention, the score so far is 4 to Red, 6 to Lucas.
Right.
So leading by 2, Red.
Yeah, I get them wrong, and every time I get one right, you fucking get it too.
Although I was fair with that last one, I think.
Oh, absolutely. No. You've been nothing but fair.
Lovely. All right, well, let's have a listen to this week's What's That Sound. The title of this one is called Friends.
Okay.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. No, seriously, here it is.
What the fuck they call you? Names are for friends, so I don't need one.
Oh, that's got it. Boom.
Oh yeah. I'm going with.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea.
Didn't ya?
No, I honestly didn't. I went, fuck, the voice is slightly familiar, but nah, had nothing.
Oh, I just had to quickly get in. I thought you would have known it, so I had to quickly get in there before you.
Nah, I'm seriously want season 1 of 17 or whatever it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got no idea which one it is, but I know that it's that. All right, let's have a listen again for those listening along.
What the fuck they call you? Names are for friends, so I don't need one.
There you go. Names are for friends, so I don't need one. I believe I'm correct. I will check with Reprimere to find out which game it was from, because there's quite a few of them. I don't know, but I know that voice, so I'm happy enough with my answer. So if anyone listening at home, if you think you know what game that's from, even the character's name, which will be cool, Send it through to Aussie Games Express as a private message, and if you're correct, we'll send you out a free game. I'm also very well versed in giving out free games for incorrect answers too, so have a go. Have a go.
Yeah, we're pretty fair.
Yeah, that's probably unfair to give them to the wrong answers, but if you're gonna have a go, I like to reward people that have a go. That means you listen to the show and you took the time to send us a message and say hello. Tell us what you liked about the show as well. We'll definitely give you a free game. We like having wind blown up our skirts.
Yeah.
But anyway,
agree.
so that was What's That Sound?
Yes.
Get your answers in. Thank you. Let's go to Red's Shout.
All right, all these people have something in common. There's going to be a few, and I'm self-indulging here, and you'll find out why at the end. But here we go. Sean Craig Thompson, Rusky Big Muskie, Brendan Brown, George Schneider, Sheree Button, Prue Button, and they are related. I can tell you that much. Ben Smith, even though he calls himself Smith Ben, Daniel Ditcham, Robert White, Terry Leeds, Paul, David Clement, Aussie Games Express, Stephen Buttigieg. You've all get a shout. And do you know why?
No?
Because you all wished me well when I was sick.
Oh, right.
Yes, shout out to everyone. As I said, self-indulgent. I have been unwell, but it's been very nice to know that people have missed my Reds recap. And I had Weeksy back up and look after me, and I had no disappointment from yourself when I was unable to produce on a consistent level. So it will be back today, which was 3 days ago if you're listening to this on release, but bam! We're making a return.
Yeah, that's it, man. When you're sick, you're sick.
Yeah, you can't, but...
Not that you take many sickies, so that's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. But we're here for this, and this is probably our most important aspect of our week, really. Being able to hang out with this. It's
the good old podcast.
Yeah, so that's a shout.
All right, thanks to everyone that got a shout then. We appreciate everything. Let's move on to last words.
Okay, you got anything for us?
Yeah, just quickly, I forgot to mention during What's That Sound, the winners for last week's sound was Martin Creamers, Robert White, and Brendan Brown. Congratulations, guys.
Very well done.
I'm really, really toying with the idea of getting myself a PlayStation 4 Pro and a Xbox One S. What are you giggling?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
No, I already mentioned earlier in the show that you're techie minded and orientated and driven. So I'm not surprised. But you've had still the right reasons to feel butthurt like I have.
Yeah, absolutely. I still wish that they didn't exist, but I might be getting a new TV. My wife wants to go overseas next year. She wants to go on a holiday. So
yeah.
I said to her, all right, well, if you want to spend the money on a massive holiday, I want new consoles and a 4K TV.
Yep.
So that's where I'm at. So I was tempted to just go today and get a new console, but I need the TV really to take advantage of it. So I've got to probably wait until I can get that. But yeah, well, that's another thing. Thank you very much to all the guys on the page helping me with the which TV to get. Brendan Brownie Brown, because he's such a rich bastard and goes for the expensive shit, he's really thrown a spanner in the works, because I had this TV that I was looking at and it's got HDR Premium, and he said HDR 1000 is better because it does the two different types of HDR, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh, I thought the HDR Premium was the bomb. Now I have to spend an extra $1,800 on top of what I was going to get before.
Fuck! On top?
On top. Oh, it's a bigger TV too, the one he suggested.
Oh, okay, cool.
But, oh man. So I don't know. I don't know which one I'm going to get yet, but there's a couple of suggestions on the page which are really helpful. Gives me a good idea on what's good. But,
if my planets align, I'll have a 4K gaming TV this weekend.
Yes, yep, you will. But I don't know when I'll get mine. But it'll be a snap decision one day. I'll just go,
Yeah.
right, look, I'm going to get it.
Well, we made a snap decision and bought a car, so
Yeah.
I can only stand by snap decisions for upgrading in quality.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at.
Alright, I got a little funny last word for you.
Yeah.
Genital jousting
Oh, yeah.
from Broforce developer Free Lives, and I believe it's being published by Devolver Digital. Won't be coming to Australia.
No, I got an email from the developers because I emailed them when I found out about it.
Ages ago. Yeah.
And I said, I want to know about it. And they put me on a mailing list and they emailed me saying that it was available now. But I couldn't find it on the Australian store.
No, it won't come to Australia and New Zealand. And that hasn't been... And I must emphasise, elaborate. It's not because it got denied public certification. What do they call it? Bloody...
Yeah, classification.
Classification. It wasn't because it was denied. It because of Australia and New Zealand's track record, it wasn't even submitted for classification.
Which I don't even know why I thought that it would come here, though.
No. Have you seen I know we've seen the YouTube video and everything like that, but have you seen the new graphics for it?
No, I haven't.
Hang on a sec. You got to see this. Fucking
Okay.
cool. Talking to doodles and bums, but...
Yeah, I know. I'll get a dodgy version of it somehow. I'll email the developers and ask them to send me a DRM free one or something.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be breaking the law. I don't know. I'll have to look into it.
Well, it's not... they've just not released... No, it would be, because it hasn't been deemed unfit. It just hasn't been submitted for...
Yeah.
So, technically, I don't think it'd be illegal.
Yeah, it looks cool. It's a messed up game.
Yeah, doodles and bums.
I know. Oh, the animations are so... Oh, God.
Wiggly bums.
Yeah.
Penetration.
Penetration. Oh, I want to play this. I want to show it to everyone. It's one of those games where someone comes over that's not real video game savvy. Oh, they climb over each other too. In 3D space.
It's improved, hasn't it? Since
yeah.
That's what I thought.
You know, someone comes over to your house and then they don't play very much video games, and you go, "Hey, check this out."
This is what I do for 8 hours a night.
Yeah, this is why I want it. Yeah, so they're all 3D now.
Yeah, and colourful instead of just bland colour palettes. And they've got tuxedos and stuff on.
Oh, Coxedo. Penetration. Oh man, that's funny. Go and look up. Go YouTube. Genital jousting and have a look at the game.
Do yourself a favour.
Yeah,
we leave all the quality to the end of the show.
That's it. All right. Well, before we do finish up, just to mention the Battlefield 1 competition for the controller. He's still running and will run until next month sometime. The details are on the pin post on the Aussie Games Express Facebook page. You can win the Battlefield 1 Xbox One / Windows PC controller. There is a chance now for extra entries. You can get double entries by writing the name Aussie Gamers Express somewhere on your body and posting a photo of it to the pinned post. So it can get a little bit scary when putting out a suggestion like that, but I reckon we've got a good group of people. I think we'll be right. Follow the guidelines of YouTube, of Facebook, sorry, and you'll be sweet.
Lucky I can't enter.
I'd like you to enter, though. Conrad, I want you to enter.
We'll see.
Show us what you got. Oh, lovely. But yes,
it's generating a lot of buzz too. So any extra entries that you can get yourself a hold of would probably be recommended if you're really really keen on this too. So,
if you want to win it, you got to be in it. That's all we got, man. Are you finished?
Oh, I'm something off the cuff, right? Yeah. I'll advertise it this week through, as long as you okay it, because if you don't okay it, this will be edited out. But for an extra entry, I might advertise it through the week, that in next week's last words, we'll give you a code word.
Yeah, that sounds good. No, that's fine. Yep. Yeah, we'll do that next week.
Give you a code word, and that'll generate an extra entry. So you're going to be able to give yourself, by the end of it, at least 3, maybe 4 chances.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And if you listen
idea.
to the podcast, you get an extra chance, that's good. It's an incentive to listen to us. Yak.
Yeah!
Yeah, sounds good. Very good idea, Red. We'll do that for next week's show.
Yep.
All right, that's it.
Yep.
All right, thanks everybody for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next week. As usual, I am Lucas.
And I'm Red. And I'm Red.
Good stuff. Thanks, Red. Catch ya.
Gee, man.
Oh, sorry about that. The show is over. While you wait for the next show, check out Aussie Gamers Express on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and everything else that teenagers know how to use better than us. If you want to send us an email, send it to info@aussiegamersexpress.com and check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We will be talking at you soon enough on the next episode of the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast.
Let's go!